Again, the way that our food is processed, even if you're eating straight from the earth, the nutrients in our food, and compared to 30 years ago, I think it's about an 80% loss of these micronutrients. So the access to like real nutrients is getting harder and harder as we use technology to help grow crops and we eat as much as we can. Even if you're not bleeding, you can still be low in iron, meaning bleeding from a monthly cycle, because you're not, again, absorbing. We'll get into, but if you're not absorbing dietary iron tanks. Iron is a part of a precursor to dopamine. Dopamine keeps you motivated. Dopamine keeps your libido up and your desire up to do things.
This is crazy. I had no idea like any of this.
So if your iron is low or not optimal, it's going to affect everything. If we do not check your stool and you have autoimmune disease and you have inflammation, then again, we are going to be pouring into that bucket with a big gaping crack. At this point, what's the point of taking B12 or taking iron if your gut is a mess? And so again, for you, I would prioritize that right off the bat is we're going to do a stool test and we're going to layer that into understanding how well you're absorbing these nutrients. The whole time it could have been something as simple as a bacteria in your gut that you're missing. And so as that bacteria gets disrupted either by foods that we eat, medications that we had to take, if you had a lot of interstitial cystitis and you had to do a lot of antibiotics, like we're wiping out your good bacteria. So guess what happens? Those little cells, that zonulin that holds those channels together start they get compromised and it starts separating. And so when you hear that term thrown around on TikTok or your Instagram reel about leaky gut, what that means is you've now got permeability in that intestinal wall. And so undigested food or things that are certain bacteria, we call lipopolysaccharides that house bacteria, they kind of explode and they can fit through those tiny spaces. You develop food intolerances, right? You're not born with an intolerance or sensitivity to
I feel like I'm allergic to or I have some kind of intolerance to something.
Right.
It's awful.
Yeah. And so you develop that over time because that mucosal layer got broken down, those channels started to open up and little tiny food particles started slipping through. And every time your blood, you're getting exposure to that, your body recognizes that as a foreign object and is going to build an antibody to that.